these tables are so embarrassing.
Hello friends, and we're back today. We're going to start our list because people are coming over. We have family, we have friends coming over, and I need to do something about my little ratty-tatty things around the house. You will see what I mean down the road here with me. And paper towel holders, simple paper towel holders, $25 or more. I am not going to be spending that. I rather spend money on food these days. So today we're just going to get some craft paint and redo my paper towel holder. And I like the brown wood look. I'm not ready to be sanding anything either, so we're just going to make it look like it was stained. So I'm just going to get my favorite brown color here, which is a mix of the brown and a little bit of black to make it a little bit darker. Below this video, you will find all the links that you need for anything that I'll be using in this video today. So we're done with our first project. It needs some drying, so I think it looks great. It looks like it's a stained dark wood paper towel holder, and I really love how this came out. Now get ready with this next project. I could not believe my eyes. It came out exactly the way I wanted it. Now, really been wanting one of those faux fur rugs or throws that, you just put at the edge of some a chair or on the ground. And I just I don't have an IKEA nearby, and I wanted to see if I could try it. I found this vest, which I would never wear, but this faux fur vest at the Goodwill outlet probably cost me $1, and because they go by weight, and I decided to just pull it apart. I bought a throw from Walmart for $3.50 to work as my backing, the back part of my throw, or rug, whatever you want to call it. And because the fleece, honestly, if you buy a yard of fleece, it is a lot of money. So I said, why don't I just go and buy a throw at Walmart for $3.50? And that worked out perfectly. And that's what I have here at the table. And I cut around kind of the shape, or as big as I wanted my rug to be. Now I'm thinking about a shape that would work for this throw or rug. So I looked online to see what they generally look like. So I kind of free-handed this. You can cut it out of like a pattern out of newspaper if you're not comfortable doing a free-handed. But I said, what do I have to lose? A couple of bucks here. So I didn't want to go through that trouble. So I just decided to freehand it. And actually it worked out. So I was happy about that. Now that I have my shape ready, I'm gonna see what it looks like. If there's any trimming needs to be done, go ahead and do that at this point before you start putting down your fur. Now I got this fur vest, but if you have a shawl or fur blanket or just anything that may have some faux fur that you just are not going to be using it in that way anymore, you want to do this project, you're more than welcome to use that. I just happen to have this fur vest, and I said I am not leaving my house wearing this vest, so I'm gonna just do something about it. And I came up with this idea, and I was like, hey, it actually worked out in the end. So this is pretty much the process. I use the hot glue gun to do this. You can use just regular glue for this. I'm sure it'd just be fine. Some fabric glue, some craft glue would be fine. But I just wanted this to be done rather quickly to move on to my next project. So I do have a long list of projects that I have to get through. So now that my main piece is on, and now I'm going to be gluing the rest. So I take the smaller pieces, glue them on the sides here to make it a little bit bigger, and try to cover the fleece part of the backing part as much as I can with the faux fur. And any adjoining pieces, I would try to fluff it up so it can look like, so you can't see the edges. So that really worked very well, actually. So now that you've covered the whole thing, on the back, just flip it to the back, and now you can see the shape of your fleece part or your felt. So what you're going to do, you're just going to go around that edge and just go by the shape. I cut all the edges around, and then what you're left with is the shape that you originally wanted. How cute is this? We had some friends come over and they were like, wow, this is really fancy looking. I'm like, whoa, a couple of bucks. So I hope you enjoyed this project. Now, are you ready for the next one? Now I have friends and family coming over, and look at these trays, these TV trays. My family use these every single day. Seriously, these trays cost me $0. No lie. We were visiting my sister-in-law, and across the street, her neighbor had put out just perfectly at the end of her driveway by the trash. She had 4 of these with the stand included. So of course I had to get out of the car, and we all just threw it in the trunk and hoped that it wasn't broken, and it wasn't. But we have used these throughout about 3 years now, and as you can see, it really needs a little bit of some tender loving care. So at first I decided to sand it down and spray paint the top, but I quickly found out that this is just not going to work. It doesn't look good. It looked blotchy. It just didn't look great. But I did finish doing all the tops on these. Later on, I brought them in to just paint them myself by hand. But the spray paint is a good base, or kind of like I used it as a primer for what I was going to do on top. And this is the most used part, honestly. So I think I'm really happy that I did this first step. As you can see, this wood is not that great. It's like this orange wood that I really do not like. I like it more warm looking. As you can see, my floors are kind of grayish beige and my walls are white, and this really sticks out. So I put it up on my table here, my kitchen counter and I decided to use this Waverly mineral color, which is kind of like a grayish, I would say like a beige gray. And this little spongy thing came in a kit from the all-in-one heirloom paints. They have like a paint kit, and so is my brush. I really love this 1-inch flat brush that I have laying here on the right. I just love that thing, so it gets into corners and everything. So I started with sponging it on to make it quick for my first layer, and then I just touched up with my brush. And now, because I had the layer at the bottom that's a little bit darker, I took some paper towels and I started making some streaks to make it kind of look like a wood grain a little bit and give it some texture, just so it won't be like a flat surface. Remember, we're going to be eating on this, so if it has some stains or whatever, I don't want it to really stick out that much. And this is what the top looked like. It looks so nice. And now I'm ready to do the stand. Then when I finish with everything, I used the Krylon clear glaze on top of it, and it came out so nice. Now it doesn't stick out, and it's not like ugly yellow with stains all over it. It looks really nice. I took one look at my kitchen. I thought this black vase and these darker colors in my kitchen just not working, so I decided to paint the vase. So I started looking around my kitchen, see what I didn't like. So I'm like, I'm gonna paint this and I'm gonna paint that. So, and it actually came out really nice. I'll show you in the end. Okay, that color didn't work for me, so I'm back to the mineral color paint from Waverly, and because it kind of looked pinkish to me for some reason. It's just some hues with the white background, it just looked pink. So this time I decided to make it a little bit like chalk paint, so I put some baking soda into the paint just to make it a little chalkier. Now this looks so much nicer, cleaner, classy. I just love this little area of my kitchen now. So here we have the vase. It used to be like this ugly vase long time ago. I think this is the third time that I paint that one vase. And the tray is from the Goodwill outlet, of course. And these little salt and peppers, I got it from the Goodwill outlet. My sister-in-law was with me and she showed it to me. I was like, wow, I want those. And then who still uses a radio in their kitchen? Like, I have to hide mine, but I love listening to the radio while I'm cooking and cleaning. And here's a quick little project. I know this is not like a craft thing, but this is so easy. I looked it up. I wanted to replace, honestly, these blinds, but I am just not in the mood to spend $70 per door to replace blinds. I don't think so. So what the instruction says that you can cut the extra ones from down here, take the one slat out, and then slide it into the slat that really needs it. Like way at the bottom, usually you have like 2 or 3 that you don't use. So you have to slide it in here. I'm trying to do this with one hand, but it didn't work out. So I had to cut the video to actually put it in the slot where it belongs. So here it is, and it looks great. Now it doesn't look weird without a slot, one of the slats there in the middle. And I'm pretty sure that happened because the handle is right here, but it is so easy. You gotta make sure you put it in the right spot. You'll notice if it's not looking right, it's because you probably put it in the wrong spot. So look at this. Now I don't have this weird gap there, and it's totally awesome. I love it. I left it as is, but if you do use your door or your window quite a lot, I do suggest kind of taping the back of it so it doesn't come out. But for me, it's not going to happen. We don't really use these doors that much. We kind of use the sliders over on the other side. Well, I hope you enjoyed working around the house with me and trying to get all these little projects done that were just in the back of my mind, just bothering me. And I thank you so much for joining me today. In the next video, I'm doing my living room makeover, which I have told you from before, but I didn't have ready. But we are getting ready to do that video very soon. I appreciate each one of you. And if you could please give me a like and subscribe in this video, that would really, really help me going forward. Thank you so much again. Bye-bye.